Smart 24, driving business.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Smart Business. Of course, your daily Kickstarter. My name is Masika Tsime and I'm here to take you through from now till 9:55 a.m. And of course, we have interesting things for you regarding business, and I hope it's a Tuesday, I must say, and it is the 29th. That means we're wrapping up. Just 2 days left to wrap up the month. So definitely, I must thank you for being patient with this month, and of course looking forward to letting it go. What have you done so far? Any achievements? If there is any achievement, I implore you to at least reward yourself at the end of the month. Okay, if you've made some profits, buy a shoe, buy a cloth, buy this and this. So definitely Smart Business is here to give you the very best of whatever information you need. Did you miss out on an important story? Do you know what is trending in the business world, in East Africa, internationally? We are here to give you the very best of information and, of course, educate you. But of course, don't forget to invest and trade with Zapu. And of course, they tell you you can dial *292#. And of course,
sell securities on the Altex exchange from anywhere in Uganda via USSD. Step 1. To buy, dial *292#. Step 2. Select buy. Step 3. Select the product you would like to buy. For example, bonds. Step 4. Select your preferred maturity year. Step 5. Select the bond you would like to buy. Step 6. Input an amount of 15,000 Ugandan shillings or more. Step 7. Your order has been forwarded for processing. And finally, Step 8. Your order has been confirmed.
that word. Most says my money, my future, and Rotex is Africa says do something new this 2023. Well, Tuesday it is, and of course, starting off with our morning call this morning, Airtel Uganda launching its landmark IPO, that is initial public offer, and of course, offering 20% stock the public a chance to own part of their business. So if you want to invest, you can invest with Airtel, and maybe you could get a few profits here and there. Now this move is important because it helps the company and also helps the stock market in Uganda. Strategy, like I said, it's a strategy. Now Airtel Uganda wants the local people from Uganda to be the first to buy these shares, and of course they're doing this by December the 16th. So please, the business is on, so by December the 16th, you should be ready. You should have your shares. If you want maybe 100 shares, then you can actually invest with Airtel Uganda. And of course, to follow the rules set by the National Telecommunications Operator issues. And of course, this IPO is expected to give more Ugandans a chance to be part owners of Airtel Uganda. So you could be part of the Airtel company, Airtel Telecommunications. If you buy a few shares, those that have big monies and that planning to invest them, so Airtel could be your place to go. And of course, Mohan, the financial director, believes that this will make the company more connected to its local customers. Airtel wants to be known all over Africa, and this IPO can help with that. Of course, Airtel Uganda was given an extra time to list its shares on stock market because they missed the first deadline. However, its competitor, that is MTN, did last year. And of course, if the Capital Markets Authority of Uganda agrees, people can buy shares in different ways. They can use usual methods. They can use, this is you who was trying to invest, you're looking for where to invest, so Airtel is here to let you know. So you can other usual methods, or even Airtel's mobile money platform. Those who are into mobile money, maybe if you want to be planning to be an agent, say sell mobile money, that's also a way to invest. Then Airtel has chosen Absa Bank to guide them in the process, and Crested Stocks and Securities Limited to help with these listings. Now, of course, Airtel Uganda has been offering mobile money services in Uganda since 1995. Did you know that? Maybe just before some people were not yet born. 1995. That's 28 years ago. And of course, they are leading market in the leading company in the market with very many customers. In 2020, they got a special license that lets them do more things in Uganda's telecom industry. Now, of course, this license is good for 20 years, and they can now renew it for 10 years. Well, I must say, really, Airtel being on 5G now, and of course they're trying to expand, they're trying to, as much as they can, to expand their audience, and of course now opening it up for the public to invest in their company. Of course, more wins for them, and of course more wins for those that are planning to invest in Airtel Uganda. Of course, we shall get to know with time. How much the percentage in which you can invest in, or maybe the percentage at which maybe the profits are going to come in. So definitely we are yet to know this. They will give us full information, and Smart 24 TV is going to be here to give you every little bit detail about this. And of course, Airtel Uganda has done a lot to cover the country with its network. Of course, remembering back in 2010, 42% of the country had to access 3G. Remember that? Yeah. Now, at least almost everyone, around 98% can access 3G. Yeah, I must say. The small phones, these phones, okay, the old brands of phones can access 3G. Maybe the new ones can go up to 4 and 5G. Of course, that is a way to quicken connectivity, network. Even those that are into that use internet, it's faster. So definitely, if you've not upgraded yet, please upgrade. And they were also the first to bring the 4G light to Uganda. Yes, covering almost 91% of the country. Remember, people were upgrading their phones and to 4G, and of course, there the internet is a bit faster. You can just Google something, and within a minute, you already gotten some network running. And of course, Airtel Uganda is part of a bigger company, Airtel Africa, which operates in many African countries. It's not only in Uganda. Don't be alarmed. It's not only in Uganda. It covers entirely Africa. And of course, that is why if someone is maybe like in maybe Zimbabwe or Nigeria, you can call them onto your Airtel line, and you can pick calls, compared to other countries where you have to use huge sums of money. But if it's Airtel, maybe it's the same amount of money. Now, the larger company is listed on the London Stock Exchange and has a lot of customers and high value market. When you compare actually between MTN and Airtel has a huge audience, a bigger audience compared to MTN. Now, in terms of money, Airtel Uganda has made a lot of revenue, which is the money they get from their services. Now, they also made a big profit called net income, and a thing called EBITDA, which is a measure of the earnings. So, like I said, this is a huge thing for Airtel Uganda. They're going to launch a mega IPO, and people are going to be able to take part in this company's buying shares, invest with Airtel. You can invest and then maybe sell the shares in the long run. So definitely that's how the market is going to be. So we are yet, I know you have very many questions, but we are yet to give you the very information that you need. So stick around on Smart 24 TV, because this is a business, this is where you get all the information regarding business. And I'm telling you, I'll be back to give you more information about it. Now, away from that, let's look at what is happening in our press today. Well, of course, looking on what is happening in our press today, starting off with the Daily Monitor, and of course, this is to do with why Museveni pardoned Ramatha and 199 others, and of course, some 200 convicts and a non-capital offender are walking free from various prisons today after President Museveni pardoned them out of the 1,800 prisoners. Prerogative of Mercy Committee presented to him for pardon. Now, of course, for those that are interested in politics, I think the president of NUP, Chagulanyi, was in Barara, and things did turn out well. The radio went off as he was speaking, so what does that tell us? And of course, government sends mixed signals on COVID testing, mask rules, and National Incident Commander for COVID-19, Dr. Henry Chobe, has said the government has already relaxed containment rules for the pandemic, and any residue restriction are discriminatory. Wow. Well, and of course, Makerere University, to resume issuing customized graduation gowns. Okay. And of course, still in this, West Nile farmers get skills. Well, and of course, right now I'm joined with Andrew Barije, and of course, how are you, Andrew Barije? How was your morning?
Good, I'm good. It's been so fast. It's been a fast morning.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're grateful that I'm actually here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and as you can see, lots of very interesting aspects happening, and yeah, let's of course definitely hope for the best in everything that we execute. Now, the new vision in here, if we are to see, of course, something here on the top page to do with the Kasese attack, about, of course, there is a report about a strange man that actually recruited all the students to do all this, what happened. But anyway, you can find out further details when you grab yourself a copy of the new vision. And of course, still like we had in the Daily Monitor, President Yoweri Museveni pardons ex PS Ramafa and 199 others. Well, you can get into that. Then hospital detains baby for months over a 4 million Ugandan shillings bail, and the baby was held back in there. Now something here to do with Entebbe trade hubs which unveil opportunities. That is for the Ugandan exporters out there. So if you're an exporter, there is quite a great opportunity here for you. And of course, we see Chris Baryomusi, that is Minister of ICT and National Guidance, mentioning something quite very key and important, which is quite a marketable skill for you to possess. He says that youth need more mentorship on marketable skills. Actually, most organizations of late, regardless of where you belong, if you have the marketing skill, you stand a higher chance, as it could be a youth, for you to get employed in some sort of a way. And of course, as we still proceed, there is something about security recovers over 80 guns and 8 notorious robbers killed as a result of that. And and something here to do with the 1,500 youths in slums to get vocational skills. So you can grab that yourself a copy. But of course, the biggest picture is how do you position yourself? For you, if you have that skill, how do you position yourself for that skill to be actually great relevance? It's very frustrating for you to have something, for you to be in position to do something, but you're not given the platform to actually express that skill. And I thought 1,500 youths to do that. But of course, the best way is to create your own job. From that perspective, you use the skills to self-employ yourself. Now, of course, Bobby Wine warned against floating guidelines on rallies. Of course, like Master said in the Daily Monitor, what happened in Barara, massive crowds in there, and a retired soldier businessman arrested over counterfeit. So somebody's distributing counterfeits. Quite absurd.
Well, of course, in the Daily Monitor, Uganda Airlines should fly to the promised routes. Okay.
Actually, it's said to, I saw something about they are launching direct flights to Mumbai soon. Mumbai, and you can see now the broad the alternatives that are being given to most of the traders in Uganda.
Yeah, I think that they're really going out for the for the destinations that are relating to business.
Definitely, business is the biggest key, because we need and you see that the faster, because with Ugandan business people, most especially, of course, let alone these business people that have already, whom we can call, they're already there, but talking about the upcoming youngsters, as limitations in sort of, because it could be quite a little bit expensive for you to board from here, because, they're not direct flights. But if you have one direct flight, it's a little bit, first of all, it's cheap. And it's convenient, and you see the rate, how the process. The process is also important of how you get to where you're going to trade business with. If you come, you've been delayed in here, somehow it affects your decision-making power and your bargaining power when it comes to executing a deal. So direct flights. So Uganda Airlines is really making quite huge strides on that.
And of course, the application, they actually launched is going to help ease
the application.
Yeah.
People can book flights.
Can book flights
instead of you going to the airport, and it's so inconvenient.
Actually, it has already been already in the transportation, in the road transportation sector, most especially the buses. Those innovations have been really there. They have actually been established where you can actually book a bus. You don't have to go to the park to book a ticket. You can get your ticket for the bus online.
Yeah, and just present it there.
You just present it there. Yeah, the innovation's already there.
And we're progressing as Uganda. Soon we shall have better means of accessing services.
Absolutely.
We shall not need, no need of walking to where you're going. You just have things delivered to you. Have your, just like Uber, it just finds your surfboard, it just finds wherever you are.
Perfect.
Oh.
All right, now it's exactly 21 minutes. Now we cross into the traffic to take a look at what's really happening on the road as you're actually leaving your homes, coming to report to work and heading to your different business destinations. You know, like we've been mentioning with Martin here, convenience is quite key. Though how you leave one destination to head to another for different purposes, most especially when we come to matters of finance transactions, is largely determinant on how best you're actually going to execute that. And transportation is definitely one of the key. How easy are you, how comfortable are you transporting, are you transporting yourself, from that place to another, the means by which you're moving there. Now, of course, that's why traffic is quite very important. Most especially for you to understand the fastest routes, the direct routes that you can actually get, and the time is money, like they say. So the faster you reach the time you've agreed with your business partners to execute whatever you're going to execute, well, it makes you a person of responsibility and somebody that can be respected because you obey time. But why? Simply you know which routes were the best for you to actually use to reach efficiently to that place. Now, of course, the images that we're taking a look at here coming in from the fairway traffic lights and taking a look at the situation, which is quite very calm according to the look of things. I can see the road adjacent to Sezua Road. Of course, I'm seeing still it's quite a free lane. So for the people that are connecting to this particular area, well, it's quite very okay for you. You'll be in position to actually reach in your appropriate time. This Sezua Road, of course, which connects you to Nakasero area, and you can actually also use it as an opportunity and a chance to link straight to the city center. It's always free, like you can observe in there. So you can actually, even if you're coming in from Wandega, you're coming in from Kamocha, you may actually use this route and link up to the city center as fast as you can, the areas uptown. In other words, if you're connecting to mainly the uptown areas, you can, that's quite a very efficient route for you, as we can actually get to observe the circumstances just right here. And actually most of the road junctions all over town, they're not really as it's quite a free movement. Yes, it's quite a free movement. Like I said earlier yesterday, probably 70% this is attributed to the holidays that we are having, and so they make the routes quite very free, and it's quite much more efficient, and it doesn't give you a specific time, and like before, whereby you actually have to leave home quite early if you're to actually get in time here. But there is an allowance a little bit that even though probably you left home and not at the time you used to leave home before, or a little bit 20 minutes late, or you leave home 20 minutes ahead, well, you still have a chance, a redemption for you to reach in a time to get to your different workplace. So you can actually always use such moments, such a season where there is less congestion around the city center, the urban centers, and it will quite cause you a great fortune for you on how you actually handle your business relationships with the people by keeping the right time. Now, of course, finally, we put our eyes towards the Yusuf Lalet Road, of course, leading straight to the Nile Avenue. Very empty lane. I've never seen it this empty. It's been a while, and it's actually very free.
This is actually, it's very free.
It's very free.
Quite unusual.
Yeah, it's quite unusual, and this even gives me a picture of the Mlago roundabout, which is normally one of the most congested areas. It must be also the same. It must be reflecting the same.
Like maybe a public holiday. Or?
It feels like holidays. It's holiday season, so definitely, the town. The city feels like it's a holiday for a certain group of people, which it is true. So. That is the situation, and for this time actually you can use it to do everything you wish to do, and because it's free, no congestion. Unlike when the holiday season is actually off, that's when we see that you see the actual congestion, what they call congestion. Well, it's exactly 26 minutes past 7, and that is it for our traffic updates this very hour, and I think you can actually make the right decisions. But according to the look of things, there is no need for shortcuts today. Go to the main roads, get to the road. Somebody said that actually people love shortcuts, but shortcuts have snakes. But they even have snakes. Somebody was trying to say that you find shortcuts have snakes. You find a pothole and your car breaks in there, and you see the
feeder roads like
those feeder roads. Yeah, some may actually make you avoid jam, which is okay. But what if you get, for example, you're driving a taxi, you're carrying a huge number of people. So if the taxi gets a problem from the feeder road, how long is it going to take?
I've actually
you to take one?
Had such an experience, really, trying to use a shortcut, and there was like a trench. We almost
collapsed in the trench.
Oh my God!
So you can really see. So for such holiday seasons, avoid feeder roads. Go to the main roads. They are quite free. Well, now Smart means business takes a short break, and when we will return, we shall be taking a look at what's happening in Caribbean, East Africa, and away from East Africa. That is the international business updates. Stick around.
Smart 24, driving business.
It's super fast internet. Oh, it's a super camera. It's a super battery.
Fun battery phone.
Yeah, it's a super deal. Get the Capote Super from MTN now at a reduced initial deposit of only 49,000 shillings and pay the balance in Pola for as low as 833 shillings per day. Grab this Super Capote deal and get 2 GB of free MTN data every month for 8 months. Get the Capote Super now from any MTN shop countrywide. Everywhere you go, MTN. Regulated by UCC.
At Uganda Development Bank, our aim is to empower businesses that go over and above in creating positive impact in the communities where they operate. We partner with projects that drive economic development in Uganda through job creation, tax contribution, output value, and foreign exchange. Honey Pride Arua, Uganda Limited, is a story of excellence, turning honey into money for thousands of smallholder farmers and households.
Honey Pride